Today I'm bringing you my top 20 inspired by fragrances from the Perfume Parlour. So if you want to smell like you're rocking a £300 fragrance for as little as less than a fiver, then you've come to the right place. Welcome to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to another special episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul and today I've carefully selected 20 inspired by fragrances from the Perfume Parlour. For those who are not familiar with the brand, the Perfume Parlour are a UK-based fragrance outlet based in Leicester in the Midlands. They specialise in cologne fragrances from all the leading brands and they pretty much have a copy of any fragrance that you can think of. I own around about 50 or 60 bottles from them. Some are like this small 13ml sample, but I tend to mainly go for the 30 or the 50ml ones just because they're so reasonably priced. There's also other websites where you can pick up top quality copies, including Dua fragrances, Alexandria fragrances, copycat fragrances and genre parfums, all who create scents that are extremely accurate to the originals. Many people in the community are dead set against clones, and I respect their opinions and the reasons for why they'll always stick to the originals. But I started my niche fragrance journey by purchasing copies from the websites that I've just mentioned. It's a great way to experience more expensive perfumery that would usually be well out of people's normal price range. Yeah, so enough of me waffling and let's get on with the list. Just so that the video isn't 2 hours long, I've selected 20 clones that I also own the original versions of. So I've tested them side by side and I can confirm that to my nose, all these fragrances that are featuring in this video are at least 95% similar to the originals. And in some cases, I would say they even outperform the more expensive ones. The only difference that I can tell is usually in the opening, the Perfume Parlour ones aren't as instantly smooth and they seem to contain a bit more of an alcohol blast. My tests were done after about 15 minutes once they'd had a chance to dry down. And to make it fair, I got a friend to spray them on the tester strip, so I tested them completely blind. And I'm also ashamed to say that I got less than 50% right. I also want to say that I'm not affiliated with the company in any shape, way or form, and I'm not sponsored or getting rewarded in any way for creating this video. Okay, so kicking off this list at number 20, we've got Mirror, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 0647. This is a copy of Amouage Reflection Man, which is a very clean, fresh and soapy fragrance with a bit of a fabric softener vibe going on. It's a very versatile scent that's easy to wear for any occasion, and the original will set you back around about £170 for a 100ml bottle size. This Perfume Parlour version was £8.75 for a 30ml bottle. At number 19 is Sensible 2, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 0685. So this is a copy of Dior Sauvage Parfum, which is a masculine, mass-appealing fragrance. The Parfum version that this one emulates takes the original Sauvage EDT and rounds off all the edges to produce a more smooth and easier to wear fragrance for all occasions. I love the Sauvage line, and this one is a really great interpretation. A 50ml bottle size of this will set you back £14 at the Perfume Parlour. Coming in at number 18, we've got Card Rawhides 2, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1949. This is a copy of Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, and one that I couldn't tell any difference with whatsoever when I did my blind testing. This is a lovely take on the leather note, and I reviewed the original in my 365 project recently, so if you want to know more about that one, then don't forget to check out that video. It's a rich, smooth and comforting scent that is ideal for the cooler months of the year, and it performs like a beast. This is a very, very accurate copy, and the Perfume Parlour sells this one for £14 for a 50ml bottle size like this one. At number 17 is Pierce, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1984. This one is a copy of Percival by Parfums de Marly, which in my opinion is the most mass appealing and easy to wear fragrance in the whole Parfums de Marly lineup. It has a great fresh and fruity character that's super versatile, and one that you could wear all year round quite easily as a one fragrance signature scent. The original is £200 for a 125ml bottle size, and I paid £14 for this one. This is the 50ml bottle size at the Perfume Parlour. At number 16, we've got Green Island Tweed, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 0583. Yes, you might have guessed what this is a copy of. It's Creed's Green Irish Tweed, which is a lovely woody floral musk which is said to resemble a walk through the Irish countryside. I've never been to Ireland, but here in the God's own country of Yorkshire we also have some of the best sprawling green countryside in the world, so I like to refer to this one as Green Yorkshire Tweed. It's a bright and uplifting fragrance with an airy outdoorsy feel with floral notes including iris, violet leaf and lemon verbena. This produces a mass appealing versatile scent profile. If you want the original, it's going to set you back around £240 for a 100ml bottle size. This 13ml bottle size from the Perfume Parlour was £5. Taking the number 15 spot, we've got Woodfire, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1874. Yeah, this one is a copy of By the Fireplace by the replica line of fragrances by Maison Margiela. This is a gorgeous winter fragrance that smells like roasted chestnuts on an open roaring fire. It's sweet and smoky with a huge dose of woodiness. This is one that will divide opinions, and the reason I think Perfume Parlour is the best way to discover new scents is because you can just give them 20 or 30 wearings for less than a tenner, and you can really get a feel of how they react to your own personal skin chemistry. This one is a great copy, and another one that I think outperforms the original. At number 14 is Easterner, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1830. This one is a clone of Shergi by Serge Lutens, which is a stunning oriental spicy fragrance with a prominent sweet tobacco accord and features the note of hay, which balances out this sweetness with a dusty dryness. It's a warm and comforting scent that's great for the autumn and winter months. Again, this is not going to be for everyone, especially if you're just getting into more niche smelling scents, so I would suggest picking up a decent copy before splashing out on the original, because it's not cheap at over £100 for a 50ml bottle, and this 30ml bottle I think I paid around about £9 for. At number 13 we've got Italian Fruit, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1134. This is a copy of Mandarino di Amalfi from the Tom Ford Private Blend, which is a bright and citrusy aromatic fragrance with a prominent opening note of juicy mandarin orange, and it dries down to a more green and herbal accord. It's very fresh and has a wonderful summery feel about it. This is one to reach for on a really hot summer's day when you're just in your shorts and t-shirt. It's got a very, very casual and easygoing vibe about it. At number 12, we've got Stone, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1922. Yeah, this is a copy of Killian's Vodka on the Rocks, which is another fresh and easy to wear fragrance that I would say would make an ideal office scent because it's super safe and inoffensive. It has a clean shower gel vibe about it, with subtle floral notes in the heart of rose and lily of the valley. This often gets overshadowed by some of the more big hitting fragrances by the House of Killian, but if you're looking for just a simple and elegant scent that doesn't cause a fuss, then this one might just be up your street. Yeah, just missing out on a top 10 spot, and coming in at number 11 we have got Navy. And the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 0491. This is an exact copy of Bleu de Chanel EDT, and they also do an intense version that is a copy of Bleu de Chanel Parfum. This for me is one of the all-time kings when it comes to summer fresh fragrances. There's mouth-watering, sparkling citruses in the opening, florals and spices in the heart, and a wonderful woody dry down. If by any chance that you haven't tried the original, if you've been living on another planet, then give this one a try. It's a carbon copy and it smells fantastic. Yeah, kicking off the top 10 and taking the number 10 spot, we've got Bean Tasty, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1604. This one is a copy of Fève Délicieuse from the Christian Dior Privée collection. This is an oriental vanilla fragrance with a pleasant blend of sweet and sour notes. It's a very addictive scent that makes you want to eat your own skin. It's almost gourmand, but sadly the performance isn't great on either the original or this one, I'm afraid. So you may need to reapply every couple of hours or so. This is a really good one for the spring and autumn months, and I paid less than £10 for this 30ml bottle. I think the original is over £200 for a 100ml size. At number 9, we've got Genre Meeting, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1893. Yeah, this is a clone of Jazz Club by Maison Margiela, which I also featured the original in my 365 project on day 68, so don't forget to go and check that one out. This is a very sweet and smoky scent with a slight booziness, which is meant to replicate the aroma of a Chicago jazz club. It's very rich and seductive, and this one does a great job of simulating the original. I personally think it's a great fragrance, but many people will find it a bit too sweet and cloying. So I would say pick up a bottle from the Perfume Parlour for a £5 for a 13ml size and give it a try for yourself. In the number 8 spot, we've got Noir Illusion, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1746. This is a copy of Kilian's Black Phantom, which is a sweet, rich, dark and boozy fragrance with prominent notes of dark chocolate, coffee, caramel and rum. Again, this is one that will take some getting used to if you've only ever owned like designer fragrance, and Kilian are the one brand that I struggled with when I first started getting into more niche fragrance, but now they are one of my favourite niche houses. This is a superb fragrance in the coldest winter months, and it has a very similar likeness, but I'd say the performance on the original is slightly better than this one from the Perfume Parlour. At number 7, we've got Pennine, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1008. This one is a copy of Carlisle from Parfums de Marly, which is a floral, fruity fragrance with notes of apple, nutmeg, tonka bean, rose, patchouli and vanilla. It's a super classy fragrance that's perfect for the winter season. It has a sweet and spicy apple pie accord, which makes me think of Christmas time. It smells super stylish and also very classy, but just go easy on the sprayer because this is very strong and it could get quite sickly sweet if you spray too much of this on your clothes. But it's a top-notch fragrance and one that you should definitely try for yourselves. At number 6, we've got one called Nice Clothing, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1596. This is a copy of Tuxedo by Yves Saint Laurent, and it's a Chypre fragrance with a really classy and elegant scent profile. This is one where the name really suits the fragrance because this is perfect for like a dressed up formal black tie event. It's semi-sweet with a nice spicy kick, but everything's really perfectly blended and well balanced. I absolutely love this fragrance, and this one is a solid clone, but also check out Rochas Moustache because I think that one is even better than this clone. And you can also pick it up for £32 for a 125ml bottle size. It's this one there if you haven't already checked it out. That's Rochas Moustache. You can pick that up from Notino, and I think it's like £32, and this is a 125ml bottle size. Okay, so we are heading into big hitter territory now, and we're heading into the top 5, and taking the number 5 spot is Pardoned, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 0951. This is a clone of Pardon by Nasamato, which is an oriental woody fragrance which centres around the note of agar wood or oud, and it's wrapped in dark chocolate and sprinkled with a bit of cinnamon. It's a very expensive smelling fragrance with a very addictive scent profile. It is going to divide people's opinions because it is fairly dark and it's a dark and challenging scent, and some people don't really get along with the note of oud, so I'd say just pick up a 13ml sample and just try it for yourself and give it a go, see how you get along with it. But I really like it. It's got the perfect amount of sweetness in there, and it's like I say, it's just addictive and you keep wanting to go back in for another smell. At number 4, we've got another oud-based fragrance, and this one is called Golden Agar, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 0636. This one is a copy of Oud Wood from the Tom Ford Private Blend, which, like Pardon, is a woody fragrance that has a prominent oud note. The fragrance enthusiasts out there and the connoisseurs are now either screaming at the screen or turned off because they would have probably put Pardon over Oud Wood. But I think Oud Wood is less complex and generally easy to like and mass appealing. This is a great clone, by the way. It smells exactly the same as the original, and I'd even go as far as to say that I think this is slightly better. It definitely projects better and lasts longer. Okay, taking the bronze medal position and coming in at the number 3 spot is one that I never really ever want to add into any of my lists, but I always feel obliged to do so. This one goes by the name of Avalanche Fruity, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 0022. This is a clone of Surprise Surprise Creed Aventus, but regardless of how much hype Aventus gets, it does smell ridiculously good, especially if you leave it for a few months and then bring it back out to play. This one replicates the more fruitier batches of Aventus, but personally I think there are better clones out there for a similar price, but this one is still very solid if you just want a loose idea of what the original smells like. It's a fantastic fragrance for a warm summer evening, but unfortunately it's been a victim of its own success. It's been hyped to death, and for that reason it doesn't get as much love as it used to do. Okay, taking the silver position and coming in at number 2, we've got one called Herb Garden, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1598. This one is a copy of Leighton by Parfums de Marly. This has probably now become the new Aventus because I can't think of a fragrance that has received more positive hype from the fragrance community than Leighton. It's a lovely scent to wear on a summer's evening when the temperatures started to drop a little bit. It's as versatile as you're ever going to get, with a bright fruity opening and a spicy semi-sweet dry down. This is a great copy of the original, and I personally can't tell a difference between them. It's got great performance, projects like a beast, and it lasts a good 10 hours on skin, does this one. And in the gold medal position and taking the number 1 spot for no other reason apart from the original is my own personal signature scent, we have Lose Control, and the Perfume Parlour code for this one is 1459. This is a clone of Kilian's Intoxicated, which is a stunningly beautiful coffee-based fragrance with the most charming and laid-back scent character. It reminds me of a lazy Sunday morning sat in a coffee shop reading a newspaper. It's so comforting and elegant, and this one does an excellent job of replicating it. I even purchased some wax melts from the Perfume Parlour of this fragrance to use just to scent my home. It's not got the best opening, but give it 15 or 20 minutes to settle down and wait for that smooth roasted coffee to come through and you'll be in dreamland. It really is a top-notch fragrance, and I'll always love this one. Yeah, so that's about it for my top 20 Perfume Parlour inspired fragrances. Like I said at the start of the video, many fragrance enthusiasts will have started their journeys buying clones, and I'm no different. I've even just ordered another 5 from the Perfume Parlour because I can't get out to a department store to sample the genuine bottles due to the UK going into another full lockdown. So these are still very, very useful to me, even with a fairly big collection of originals. Anyway, I'll post a link down in the description to the Perfume Parlour website, and you can explore all the fragrances for yourself. So once again, thank you very much for watching. As always, stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I will see you for the next instalment of my 365 project. Bye bye for now.